Namaste to everyone. Today we are going to have a important subject matter dealing with the Venkateswara's forehead and Namam. The Namam is also called as Tilakam and also as Pundra. This is an attempt to know about the importance, what it has been written in Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas and Alvars, the great Tamil saints. In the vast landscape of Vaishnavite devotion, Lord Venkateswara stands as a symbol of divine compassion, strength, spiritual wisdom. Each feature of his divine form holds unique significance, representing various aspects of the divine. One such symbolic and revered feature is his forehead, marked with the Tilaka, that is forehead, marked with Tilaka, that is white mark, Tilaka. The Tilaka on his forehead describes in the Padma Purana, Varaha Purana and other sacred texts is not merely an ornamental mark but is a deeply symbolic of wisdom, clarity and cosmic insight. This Tilaka is often linked to the third eye, a source of divine perception through which the Lord discerns all realms, offering protection and guidance to his devotees. By exploring the description of Lord Venkateswara's forehead in these scriptures, this Tilaka delves into a profound beauty, meaning and spiritual significance of his Tilaka. This Tilaka embodies the Lord's omniscience, his role as the upholder of cosmic order and path of righteousness are represents. The symbolism of Lord Sri Venkateswara's forehead in Hindu iconography. Forehead as the seat of wisdom. According to the traditional iconography, the forehead is seen as the center of knowledge and insight. In Vedic and Puranic traditions, the forehead symbolism is tied spiritual perception and the ability to see beyond the physical realm. The Tilaka sacred meaning is the Tilaka mark on the forehead is an essential symbol in Vaishnavism, symbolizing focus on the divine and adherence to the path of Dharma. Now, let us know the detailed explanation of Tilaka, that is Pundra or Namam. According to Vaikanasa and Pancharatra Agamas, the Tilaka, also known as Nama or Pundra, holds immense spiritual and symbolic importance in Vaishnavism, especially as described in the Vaikanasa and Pancharatra Agamas. These Agamas provide elaborate guidelines for its application, significance, and connection to worship of Lord Sri Venkateswara. Understanding of Pundra or the Tilaka. The term Pundra refers to the sacred vertical marks applied on the forehead and other parts of the body by Vaishnavites. The Pundra, that is upward lines, indicates transcendence, while Pudra denotes a sacred mark. Traditionally, this mark is made using a paste of gopi chandan, that is sandalwood clay or white clay, mixed with water. The Namam serves as an emblem of devotion, humility and surrender. Aligning with the principles of Vaishnavism, its placement on the forehead and other areas represents the sanctification of devotee's body and mind of spiritual purposes. The Vaikanasa Agama, one of the two primary Vaishnavite traditions, emphasizes temple worship and personal discipline for devotees of Vishnu. Now let us look into the key features of Vaishnavism, how the Tilaka represents the Vishnu feet. The two upward lines of the Pundra are said to represent the feet of Lord Vishnu, symbolizing surrender and humility. The gap between these two lines is believed to signify the presence of Lakshmi or the Lord transcendental nature. Now let us look into the mantras associated with this application. Pancharatra text prescribes chanting specific mantras. When you are applying the Tilaka to the forehead, you have to say Om Keshavaya Namaha. On the chest, Om Narayanaaya Namaha. On the stomach, Om Madhavaya Namaha. This references the devotee's connection with the divine while purifying the body and mind. Now let us look into the concept of Vishnu or Venkateswara's forehead and the association with Tilaka and Namam. The concept of Vishnu or Venkateswara's forehead and the associated Tilaka, that is Namam, has a deep symbolic and spiritual significance. While explicit mentions of the Tilaka may not be found directly in the Vedas, interpretations from Vedic hymns, later Smritis and Puranas align with the practice of adorning Vishnu's divine forehead with auspicious symbols like the Tilaka, that is Nama. Now, let us look into the references from Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, what it says, its importance of Nama and wearing Nama. In Vedic references, in Rigveda 1.22.20, the verse says, Tad Vishno Param Padam Sada Pashyanti Suryayaha Divicha Chachuratatam. The divine eye in the heavens metaphorically relates to the divine beauty and radiance of Sri Venkateswara's or Vishnu's forehead. The brilliance of Vishnu's is often imagined as an extending form, his face and forehead, symbolizing knowledge, protection, and divinity. See, the greatness of the Tilakam symbolizes knowledge, protection, and divinity. So, it protects and gives the knowledge and divinity by wearing this Namam. The next reference about the Namam or the Tilakam we will find from Padma Purana, Uttarakanda, verse that says, Urtam Pundram Trilokanam Murtani Stapanam Hiyat Darshanat Smarana Deva Muktim Protni Manavaha. The meaning of the verse is, the Uddha Pundra, that is a vertical mark on the forehead, is like the crown of the three worlds. By merely seeing or remembering it, a human attained liberation. That means, by looking at the Namam itself, you will get liberated. It is really a remarkable word mentioned in the Padma Purana. When you are interpreting the verse, it says, Uddha Pundra or the Tilaka worn on Vishnu's forehead or Venkateswara's forehead represents purity and divine authority. For devotees, emulating this by wearing Nama becomes a direct path to devotion and ultimate liberation. Is a great explanation given in Padma Purana. Srimad Bhagavatam, another important Puranas, it mentions in 3.28.22 verse that Andarsayas Soricharsmita Spobi Vachaha Sri Vacharojaka Kapola Mukhalabjachaha. The verse says that although the verse highlights the Sri Vachava on Vishnu's chest, the references to his glowing face indirectly emphasizes the forehead as the seat of divine radiance and auspicious marking like the Tilaka. From Padma Purana, Uttarakanda, chapter 72, verse 19 mentions Narayanasya lalate tilakam trineta vadanam cha. In translation, we can say that the Tilaka on Lord Vishnu's forehead is often compared to the third eye, a representation of supreme wisdom and clarity. This eye represents Vishnu's insight into the cosmic truths, allowing him to maintain balance in the universe. See the greatness of the Tilaka and the forehead. That is, Sri Venkateswara's Tilaka on the forehead allows to maintain the balance of the universe. The greatness of this Tilaka and the forehead. Another verse, Padma Purana, Uttarakanda, chapter 74, verse 6 mentions that Tasyasya Tilakam Daroyodyo Vishnoha Sadaknyam Sa Mokshagami. The interpretation is, the passage indicates that meditating upon Vishnu's Tilaka can lead to devotees towards moksha, that is liberation. His forehead embodies wisdom, while the Tilaka signifies a connection to spiritual knowledge. How beautifully it has been analyzed about the forehead and Tilaka of Lord Sri Venkateswara. The Tilaka leads to the moksha, that is liberation, and the forehead embodies wisdom, while the Tilaka signifies connection to spiritual knowledge. If you look into the from ages, that Tilaka and Shankha and Chakra are worshipped by the Hindus, and many of us are having these symbols on the front door, main door itself in the house, signifies its greatness. That the symbols Shankhu, Chakra and the Tilaka protects from all the evil spirits. That is the meaning of it. Many of us not aware of it. It is better to understand about the symbols and its importance and greatness in Hinduism. Now let us look into the Tilaka's representation in Varaha Purana. The Varaha Purana further explores the Tilaka's significance, describing how it represents the unification of different energies with the deity. Varaha Purana, chapter 103, verse 21 mentions Tilakam Vishnoho Sarva Lokeshu Cha Raksha Vidayini. It means the Tilaka of Vishnu is a safeguard for all the worlds. In explaining, we can say the Tilaka acts as a protective symbol, reassuring devotees that Vishnu's divine gaze watches over them, shields them from harm. Just now I have told you the importance of the symbol of Vaishnavism, that is Namam, that is Tilaka. The Tilaka acts as a protective symbol. It protects you, reassuring devotees the Vishnu's divine gaze watches over them. It always takes care of you from all the problems and issues. Another important one is it shields them from harm. That means, if you pray, if you have the Tilakam on your forehead, protects you as a shield from all the evil spirits. How in Varaha Purana it has been described about the Tilakam. That is why you can see here, all my family members on every Saturday used to have the Tilakam on our forehead and worship Lord Sri Venkateswara. Whether it is kids or elders or ladies or whosoever it may be, we will having a Tilakam. You can see here, myself, my grandchildren, we are having Tilakam and worshipping. Even kids, my granddaughter, she is having a Tilakam. By wearing a Tilakam, it is not only beauty and it's having a sacred mark on your forehead. It protects you, it saves you, it gives you the wisdom. Many of us are not aware of that Vishnu is having a third eye. We feel that only Shiva is having a third eye. No, the third eye of Vishnu is Tilakam, and it is connected with the cosmic insight. Let us look into this aspect. Unlike Shiva's third eye, which signifies destructive power, Vishnu's Tilakam embodies creation and protection. It allows Vishnu to perceive the moral state of the world and extend his guidance to preserve righteousness, that is Dharma. See, the Tilakam plays a great important role that maintains Dharma in the universe. In the spiritual interpretation, we can say Vishnu Tilaka is not a literal eye, but a spiritual metaphor, symbolizing his boundless awareness. Through it, he discerns truth of illusion, thereby guiding his devotees on the righteous path. In Vaishnavite traditions, devotees apply a tilaka to their forehead as a way of invoking Lord Sri Venkateswara or Vishnu's blessings and align their minds with his wisdom. Many saints and devotees meditate upon Lord Sri Venkateswara's forehead, seeking clarity, wisdom, and direction for their lives. The devotees believe that visualizing or meditating on the Lord's Tilaka grants them mental clarity, peace, and protection. Now let us look into the Alvar's poetry and Tamil verses on Venkateswara's Tilakam. Alvars, who composed the Divya Prabandhams, have also described the forehead of Lord Venkateswara and its power to captivate and bless devotees. Nammalwar, as mentioned,
அழகிய திலகத்தின் பிரகாசம் காணும் கண்கள் பரவசமடையும்.
Nammalwar poetically highlights the divine beauty of Lord Sri Venkateswara's Tilaka, illustrating its ability to captivate and spiritually elevate devotees. In Nammalwar's Chirumoji, the divine mark on Vishnu's forehead are celebrated as carriers of sacredness and auspiciousness. The Alvar poets describes the Tilaka on his forehead as a guiding light of devotee, symbolizing Vishnu's ever watchful care over them. The Tamil verse Trimuji 10.3.1 mentions that
என் தாய் தந்தை தந்தையர்க்கு நாதன் நம்பி அன்பாயே ஆனாயே என் அமுதமே.
the forehead's mark reflects the divinity, parental care, and benevolence, a beacon guiding devotees towards salvation. Sri Venkateswara's gaze enhances by the wisdom of Tilaka, symbolizing his role as an upholder of cosmic order, ensuring the victory of righteousness over dharma. Reciting verses about Vishnu Tilaka is said to bring mental peace, clarity, and focus. Devotees are encouraged to visualize Sri Venkateswara's Tilaka as a path to connect with his wisdom and compassion. Summarizing how Vishnu's forehead with its divine Tilaka represents wisdom, purity, guidance for humanity. Though meditation and devotion, the Tilaka becomes a symbol of spiritual focus for devotees, inspiring them to seek truth, clarity, compassion in their own lives. Final. The verse from Padma Purana, Uttarakhanda, chapter 3, verse 12 mentions that Vishnoha Tilakam Yadrashya Sarva Dukkhani Nasyanti. It means, upon beholding Vishnu's Tilaka, all sorrows are dispelled. See the beauty of this Tilaka. Upon beholding Sri Venkateswara's Tilaka, all sorrows are dispelled. Many of us not aware of, but we know that we are wearing the Namam regularly. Its value, its secrets behind, we are not aware of. This is the great secrets mentioned in Vedas, Puranas, and Itihas of the forehead and the Tilaka's greatness and sacredness. These secrets you must know while worshipping, while keeping the Namam in your house. Every house in Hindus, including my house, you can see here, we have the Tilaka in a stone along with the Senku and Chakra, and we will be worshipping it. It protects us. It gives wisdom. It gives the liberation. You will be getting the blessings of Lord Sri Venkateswara. Now let us look into the aspect of benefits of wearing a Namam or Tilaka on the forehead. The forehead of Lord Venkateswara adorned with his sacred Tilakam is a source of immense spiritual inspiration and blessings for devotees. Worshipping Lord's forehead symbolizes seeking clarity, mental focus, and divine protection. The Namam, with its vertical lines, represent the sanctity and grace of Venkateswara, reminding devotees to remain steadfast on the path of righteousness. By meditating on the forehead of Lord Sri Venkateswara, devotees are believed to receive blessings of wisdom, spiritual discipline, and the ability to overcome obstacles. It also enhances their connection with the divine, reinforcing the inner peace and emotional stability. The practice of wearing the Namam as a forehead marks bringing spiritual alignment with the Lord. It signifies humility, devotion, and the acceptance of divine guidance. This is not an act only, aligns one's body and mind with the divine vibrations of Lord Sri Venkateswara, but also acts as a shield, protecting the devotees from negative influences and instilling self-discipline. In essence, focusing on the sacred mark on the forehead of Lord and wearing the Namam invites a life of purity, purpose, protection, ensuring spiritual growth and closer bond with the divine. Devotees are blessed with the clarity of thought, a harmonious mind, and unwavering devotion enabling them to navigate life with faith and without fear. In summary, we can say Lord Venkateswara's Tilaka is a powerful and symbol within Vaishnavism representing the synthesis of wisdom, protecting and divine focus. As detailed in the Padma Purana, Varaha Purana, his Tilaka serves as the third eye of wisdom, offering devotees a focal point for mediation and devotion. Through the compassionate gaze of this mark, the Lord observes and safeguards his devotees, guiding them toward truth and liberation. The devotee's connection with the divine Tilaka transcends physical sight. It serves as a bridge to spiritual clarity and inner peace. In venerating Lord Venkateswara's Tilaka, devotees are reminded of the principles of Dharma and they draw upon his compassionate gaze for strength, healing, and inspiration on their path to moksha. This understanding of the Tilaka enriches the Vaishnavite traditions, encouraging deeper devotion and spiritual growth. I hope you have enjoyed this one. If you liked, please forward it to your friends and group people and subscribe this channel to know more about Hindu culture and civilization. Thank you very much. Thank you for hearing. If you have any doubts, please write in my comments or write to my email address mentioned here. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Venkateswara